Hello there, welcome to the next year of Beer blog. It's delivery day at the shop, and you can see from our incredibly glamorous stockroom we've just taken a delivery of our sort of more of the specialist end of the beer range. We've got some interesting stuff today. There's reasonably common stuff. We've got some Rochefort 10 there. What else have we got? We've got some Sammy Klaus. We get through like a dozen bottles of that a week, I guess. We've got some Aventinus Weizen Eisbock, which is a fantastic, it's a Aventinus that's been frozen and had the water taken out, so it leaves just this fantastic concentrated version of Aventinus, the German wheat beer. We've even got some Brewdog Paradox Smokehead there as well, which is a fantastic imperial stout that's been aged in Smokehead whiskey casks. But I'll tell you something, they're all really exciting beers, but what I've realised is that we've been neglecting talking about seasonality a little bit lately. So the beer we've got today, it's an interesting day for two reasons. Firstly, it's my birthday. Secondly, the weather is just starting to turn, it's just starting to feel like spring here. Now, sort of over the winter I've been drinking lots of really strong beers, really dark beers, and they're fantastic, but it's easy to kind of lose sight of, particularly when you're running a shop that has lots of rare and exciting beers, that actually there's a great number of ordinary British ales out there that are really fantastic. And when the weather starts to change, my palate tends to go back for more interesting English ales. Now what we've got here, St Austell's Admiral's Ale, which was actually voted best beer in the world at the International Beer Challenge last year, and it's a competition that I helped judge as well. And this was a real surprise. Everybody thought that as we were working towards awarding the prize, I don't think anyone in the room really knew that it was going to be an English ale. I think everybody kind of thought it was going to be one of those really lovely kind of drinkable American IPAs, kind of around sort of 6.5%. It's got a lovely, you can see that it's got a lovely kind of that lovely coppery colour that you'd associate maybe with crystal malt. It's got a fantastic, it's just got that classic grapefruity aroma, a little bit resinous as well, that you would associate with Cascade hops, and it's just that marriage of kind of the crystal malt and Cascade hops that everybody assumed meant it was going to be an American IPA that won. Now when this came out, everyone in the room was incredibly surprised. Now what's interesting about it is that, as well as having all of those characteristics of a traditional American IPA, it's got an extra little bit on the palate, which I'm just going to try and capture now. And what it's got a fantastic kind of nutty, juicy quality to the malt that I guess comes from the brewery that makes this, St Austell Brewery in Cornwall. They teamed up with the maltings to create Cornish Gold malt, and Cornish Gold malt is a kind of malt that is kilned with a little bit of humidity to kind of leave fermentable sugar in the malt, but also fermentable sugar that has had a little bit of a roasting. So there's fermentable sugar that has a little bit of kind of dark caramel burnt into it, I guess. And what it gives this beer is a fantastic juicy drinkability, just kind of on top of anything else that certainly English ales that I've drunk over the last 12 months or 20 years for that matter. And so what I think is important to remember is that although there are loads of really exciting, rare, strong, exotic beers out there, sometimes on your own doorstep there's a beer that's just so fantastic and so drinkable that it's really easy to overlook. It's a couple of pounds, and it's last year it got voted best beer in the world. And so that's why I'm drinking this on my birthday, to celebrate the turn of the seasons, to celebrate spring coming, and just to celebrate everything that's great about British beer. So that's, although today, my birthday, I'm still at the shop working, unloading beer, filling shelves, I can still indulge in a little bit of a beery pleasure, which I'm going to do now. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.